Hello everyone, welcome to Skill Inspirational Academy. Today I will basically discuss few basic interview questions. Okay, so these are the main question which I'm gonna discuss, like what is DHCP, explain Dora process, what is DHCP relay, what is ARP, what is proxy ARP, what is gratuitous ARP, what is reverse ARP, what is inverse ARP. Then we have how trace route works, what is MMS and MTU, explain path MTU discovery, what is DNS, then what is TCP three-way handshake, what are the TCP flags, and all these particular things I'm gonna discuss. Okay, so but the thing is how I will basically discover these points. First I will go with this particular question because it's a most important and popular question in the interview. Like, what happened when we turn on our laptop and try to access www.crnets.com, right? Which means, let's suppose I'm having my laptop. Now I'm just turning on this laptop, and what are the processes happens in the back end? Okay, so all these things I will basically cover. So now let me. So what I will do, I have created this particular topology in EVNG. So what I will do, this is the network, right, where I am having my firewall, I am having my router. This is a L3 router, okay, where I'm running routing. This is my L2 switch, and this is the PC which I will basically run. This is the Linux server, and this is the DHCP server. So I will just turn on this Linux machine, and we will see what happens in the backend. Okay, so let me just give you the brief about that. So when we turn on this laptop, okay, what happened, that Rev laptop basically load the operating system and it just become online. Now after what it will do, because now it will request the IP address from DHCP server. That's the first thing it will do, right? When it will get the IP address from DHCP, after what it will do, so now when we open his browser, so the thing is on that browser when we type www.crnets.com, what it will do, first it will look for the IP address of crnets.com. So which means it will basically look for the IP address, so it will send the DNS query. So we will understand how DNS works. Okay, and also because we don't have any local DNS server, so generally that request will go towards the outside DNS server, maybe in the internet, right? So what happens when this request will go to the internet, so what happens then, now this PC basically sends one packet. So because when it will get the IP of DC, it will also get the default gateway, right? So the thing now, it will resolve the default gateway IP address, right? So he will look for the MAC address of this default gateway. So what it will sends the ARP request. So we will understand how this ARP basically works. Okay. And now when that packet will go to your router, then router forward this firewall. So we will see how basically firewall handle this particular packet. We will go in detail when that packet reaches to your firewall. Okay, so now I am what I can do. So these are the things which I am gonna discuss today. So what, let me just start this PC, and before starting this PC, what I just want to run the capture. I have just opened the Wireshark to see the details. Okay, so we will see everything step by step, guys. So this particular Wireshark is capturing some traffic now. So let's wait here. Meanwhile, what I can do, meanwhile I go into my topology, I'll just start this machine. So now this machine is in, it's a window machine. Okay, I'll just open this machine on a, let me hit enter. So now it will basically boot up and it will load the operating system. Right now there is no packets. Okay, so what I can do, let me just now again start the capture. Oh, that time this machine was down, so that's why. Okay, so when this machine comes on, what it will do, it will sends the DHCP request, right? So we have to understand what are the component into your DHCP first. So if you see here, you will see some spanning tree protocol. Okay, now you will see some CDP traffic. So that traffic is initiated by the switch actually. Okay, so now let me just see. So window is still starting. Okay, so we have to wait here for some time. So the thing is, now let me just go to here. What it will do now, because now this machine needs IP address, right? So see, this machine is come up, and this machine required one IP address, right? So what it will do, it will basically sends one DHCP request towards this particular DHCP server. So what happens? So DHCP process will happen by exchanging the four messages, which is DORA process. D stand for discover, O in like offer, then request, then acknowledgement. These are the four packets they will exchange to basically complete the DHCP process. Okay. So right now what this machine, let's say this machine having the MAC address which is all A. Okay. And let's say this DHCP having IP address which is 10.1.30.100. Okay. And this particular port is a trunk port. Okay, on that trunk I have allowed VLAN traffic of VLAN 10, VLAN 20 and VLAN 30, and these two interface, this interface in VLAN 10, this interface in VLAN 20. Okay, just remember this thing. So now what it will do, it will create this PC create one packet which is a discover packet. On discover packet what it will put, it will put source IP address as a 0.0.0.0. Destination IP address is also 0.0.0. Okay, now MAC address. So source MAC, it will put MAC address of this window machine. Let's say it's A. So it will put MAC address here, and it will put destination MAC as a FFF. Means it's a broadcast packet, right? So when this packet reaches to, now it will forward this packet towards the switch. So switch receive this packet on VLAN 10, right? So what this switch will do, it will basically forward this packet into all the ports which are a part of your VLAN 10, right? And this part is a trunk port. So and this trunk port is also part of VLAN 10. So what, now this packet basically forward towards this DHCP server. So now finally DHCP server receive this discover message. So discover message is a broadcast message at layer 2 and also broadcast message as layer 3. Just remember, broadcast message as layer 2 and broadcast message at layer 3. Okay, let me just see if I'll go into my Wireshark. You will see they have exchanged some DHCP packet, right? See, discover message has been exchanged. DHCP discover message has been exchanged, right? So right now they are only exchanging discover message. DHCP discover, right? So if I'll open this particular message, okay, in this message what is the content? So instead of destination IP, what it will put the broadcast IP address, not 00. Here it will put 255.255.255. Okay, just remember 255.255.255.251. This is the destination IP it will put. Okay, now if you see the content here, if I'll open Ethernet header, so this is the MAC address of your window machine, and all FF means this is the MAC address of broadcast MAC address. And internet, see, source IP is 000 and destination IP is all 255.255.255.2. Okay, so this is the, this message is at layer 2, it's a broadcast message, and at layer 3 also it's a broadcast message, right? And the thing is, it will also have some. So if I'll go this one, let me just minimize this, and now you can see DHCP uses port number 67. Just remember DHCP use UDP port number 68 when he wants to, when any PC, any machine wants to get the IP address from DHCP server. And when server will do the communication, server use UDP port number 67. Okay. And after that, they will have this particular DHCP header. You will get all the details. Okay. Like client IP address, this one, your client IP address, the next server IP address, all these details you will see. These are the DHCP optional fields. Okay. Now let me just go down. What I can do, let me just select and I'll just apply the filter on the basis of DHCP. DHCP. Okay, so right now you will see all the disturbances, which means my router, my DHCP server, maybe he is not receiving any kind of request. Let me just check the config. So IP interface brief. So it is having IP address 10.1.30.100. So IP route. It is not having any route. So what I can do, let me just add default route. IP default address, maybe default gateway, then 10.1.30.1. That's the IP address of my this particular layer 2 switch SPI interface. Let me just see. So IP interface brief. So it is having VLAN 30, right? Okay. Now if I'll do ping to 10.1.30.100, 100 is the IP address of my DHCP server. So ping is not working, right? So let me just check. So IP interface brief. So ping to 10.1.30.1. Let me just see. So what I can do, maybe there is no connectivity. There is some connectivity issue between DHCP server and this layer 2. So let me just check the configuration on my layer 2 switch. So interface, so run interface gig 1/3 Ethernet this one, switch port trunk allowed VLAN there, switch port trunk engage .1 queue, switch port mode trunk, negotiation auto spanning tree. Okay. So IP interface brief. So this VLAN is also in up state right now. VLAN 30 10.1.1.30.1 ping 10.1.30.1 30.100. Okay. What I can do, let me just go to into this interface gig 1/3 shut down, no shut. I'll go into this DHCP server. So what I can do now in that case, what I will do, let me just change the things little bit. No switch port mode trunk. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 30, switch port host. Okay. Do so run interface gig 1/3. Gig 1/3. ping to 10.1. IP help address.